What is up, YouTube? I am Eric and you are watching Retro Video Game Pickups. Today we're going to be talking about a possible Nintendo Switch Mini. So if you like games, consoles, or product reviews, please consider subscribing and hitting that bell notification. With that being said, let's hop into it. So, in recent news, there have been a bunch of rumors about this, and I just wanted to let you guys know what I think about a Nintendo Switch Mini and what that could do for Nintendo, and also other companies like Sony and Microsoft, and even what it could mean to the 3DS, which is Nintendo's own product. Now, I think that Nintendo could very much go the Nintendo Switch Mini way, because that's just kind of the way things are going. With the Nintendo Switch being such a great system for both your console and your handheld market, I think a Mini would be even better because that takes it from the hybrid system to being a solely handheld, which I think could really benefit. If you get a smaller one, you're more likely to take it out than this big bulky Switch. Now, don't get me wrong, the Nintendo Switch is awesome and I carry it with me almost everywhere I go. I have this neat pouch that it fits in and all my games. I have like 40 games in this thing, so that's really rad. However, if I could find something smaller, maybe like a PS Vita, and yeah, this one's beat up, but it's one that I've picked up for cheap and I love the crap out of it. If we could get a Nintendo Switch in the size of a Vita, I would put this in my pocket, maybe with a little bit of a case on it, but not a big bulky one like that one that I have for my Switch currently. Now, as you can see behind me, I have some of my Switch games on the shelf and I have others various places, but I love the Switch so much, and having it on the handheld mode has really made me love the Switch even more. But if we found one in a mini form, I think we would have a lot more going for it. Now, the Switch sells for $300 US dollars, so I think they could probably knock that down to $150 or $200. Get rid of the dock, that's a big price point right there, and then get rid of the little hand dock and the Joy-Cons. If you have the Joy-Cons that are stuck to it, kind of like the PS Vita is, one controller and one handheld all in one, then I think you could definitely benefit from that and knock that price point down and get more people buying the system as it stands. Now, Nintendo has been doing a phenomenal job with games coming out for this, not only first party but third party, and even indie developers are really hopping on this. The Nintendo Switch is not falling into the Wii U problems, and I'm very happy about that. But I think if they kind of take this 3DS market that they have now, and they take the Nintendo Switch market which they have now, and combine them to one system, I think you're definitely going to get more out of it. Now, if they do release a Nintendo Switch Mini and it does hit that $150 or $200 price point, you know I'm going to pick one up. I'll review it for you guys, but I'll also keep it for myself and leave my Switch here at home and then take the Mini with me. Now, something else I would love to see with this is not only save states or cloud save states, but also a way to put more space onto the Mini as well, because with the Switch you have the SD card, and I want to see that on the Switch Mini because I feel like that might get forgotten. And sadly enough, the PS Vita, which I keep referring to a lot, which is a really great console, has its own SD type storage system, but those are just so expensive. So I want to see another SD card slot on this Nintendo Switch Mini, but I think you can really do well by getting rid of the 3DS, which we've already talked about, or has been rumored or talked about that it is going to be ending close to 2018, the support for it. But I think you need to really grab onto those people that are still playing their 3DSs wholeheartedly and grab them and have them with a Nintendo Switch Portable, which is smaller. That way you can get fans that are just solely handheld plans to be able to play on the Nintendo Switch. Now, like I said, I'm a big fan of both of these systems, and even the PS Vita, which I've been talking about. But I think Nintendo could take these games, and Nintendo has been known for Pokemon games being on their handhelds, and this is going to be the first home console that definitely has Pokemon on it, with Let's Go Pokemon, Eevee, and Pikachu both being released on the system, and another full-blown Pokemon game being projected for 2019. The Switch is definitely coming in and taking the place of the 3DS in my mind, because you have that handheld action, and you also have those games that you wouldn't get on the regular home system that you're getting on the 3DS, like those Pokemon games. And I think if you bring Pokemon over and you bring it on, you release it with a Nintendo Mini with the Pokemon game bundled in, you know people are gonna go out in droves and pick that up, because not only do they want something that's maybe a little bit smaller but still functions as well. Now, I know you could go with a smaller screen, and you could go with Joy-Cons that are already in the console itself. I will show a picture of what Switch Force was saying they should do with the Nintendo Switch. It's kind of like a mock layout, but I want to let you guys see that as well. If you like that, comment and let me know, because I want to see the Switch go out and sell more systems, because more games will then come to it, and then I can have a bigger selection of games to choose from. Now, I've been playing a ton of games on the Switch, and I think definitely a Mini would benefit it. So the Switch here is not too bad, but honestly, I think if we could get it down to the size of just the screen, if you could get it down to about this size with controllers here, maybe shrink the screen just a little bit and put the controllers on the sides, I think you could definitely do well with that, because this system is such a power horse and a workhorse. Maybe get rid of the kickstand and some functions like that. You don't have to have all the fancy stuff with it, but have enough of the good things about the system on it, and maybe have it at a discounted price. Now, I would also be interested to see what Nintendo does with that, what they take away. Do they take away the rumble, the HD rumble, or do they take away the motion sensor or anything like that? But if they took those away, I think you could still benefit from it, because you could still play games without that, but I think you would be missing that. However, if you like the Nintendo Switch and you want to see a Nintendo Switch Mini, comment below and let me know. If you would rather keep the 3DS lineup going, also let me know below. Hopefully when they release the Nintendo Switch Mini, if they do that, they do not decide to go with a 3D screen, because a lot of people that I know, even myself, we kind of pass on that 3D screen and we go ahead and turn it off, which not only is better on my eyes because I get headaches from it, also saves the battery a little bit, I've noticed. So I think if they go without that, it'll definitely benefit them as well. Now, Nintendo has been putting out a great systems with the 3DS XL and now the new 2DS XL. I think if you did that with just without the top screen but just the bottom screen and you made it a Switch, I think people would go crazy for it. So if you think the same thing, or if you think Nintendo Switch is not going to get a Mini, or you think Nintendo's going to go an extra large, comment below and let me know, because all that stuff is very interesting and I want to see what Nintendo does in the future when they are thinking outside the box. But with that being said, don't forget about Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, Big Cartel, Patreon. All that stuff is in the description below. If you've watched this far, thank you very much. Now, that Patreon is not begging for money. It is going into this channel and going into games to review. But if you want to donate, you can give $1 and be able to get your name at the end of the credits. If you donate $5 a month, you get to access to the Discord chat, and if you give $10, you get a shirt. So check that out if you are interested at all. It is below in the description, like I've said. Thank you so much for watching. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, and hit that bell notification. But most importantly, have a good day.